So this is my mess of a garage currently, and she's 24 by 24. The ceilings go up pretty high, but they also don't. I mean, there's a man door, right? So I think that's 8-foot wall plus the section in here. So it's pretty tall. Oh, that's an 8-foot sheet of plywood standing upright. So that tells you that. But so what I've got is I have my 4-foot by 8-foot. This is my table saw bench, and I'm currently reworking it because I had some problems. But table saw, outfeed, assembly. Eventually, my router table will go down there. But that's that. And my idea is to put it in the front, and where currently my clamp rack is. But my clamp rack is on wheels, so that it can move very easily. And I've got 8-foot section and another, I think, just under 5-foot section of drawers that I built for my miter saw. And you don't see the circular saw in there or any of the tools hanging down because they're being used. But so woodworking type tools go there. And out over here is the more mechanic tool stuff. Complete with chargers and drills and impact guns for that kind of work, and chemicals and paints and whatnot, and more tools up there. And recently added, I made this kind of metalworking section. Here, I'll get the chair out of the way, where the welder lives and all of that stuff lives, and it's right next to the door, so when this gets really dirty and stuff, I can actually hang a curtain across here and bring it like a heavy welding curtain to keep the grinding mess contained, even though it's still going to be a tight space, but at least it'll keep it contained a little bit and easier to clean out. Let's see here. Back here I've got my router-based CNC, currently holding all of the parts for everything else I'm building. But yeah, so oh, and there's a 32 by 8, you could park a truck on top of it kind of bench. I've used it for transmission. I've used it for metal bending, that cheap little Harbor Freight metal bender there. My vise is on the end. I got other stuff like my planer on its cart, my jointer and bandsaw, and everything is just this. There's too much in here for it to not be laid out right. Hardware rack, actually hardware rack ×2. That one's up high. That thing, well, it can stay right there. Plywood rack over here in the metal section. It might make sense to put a metal rack over here because it's already becoming one. It's not a blank slate, but it's pretty close to it, because right now, if it isn't on wheels, it's moving and to its new home. If it's on wheels, it's just moving out of the way. It is very overwhelming to walk in here right now because there's just so much everywhere. But I have to deconstruct in order to make it right. Like, you can see where the lumber rack used to extend at, and so did the shelf, but I needed room, so I cut it. that was just gone. So trying to get everything to lay out with all these different disciplines and things that I do, and there's a lot of bleed over. Like, really, taps and dies should be over here with the metal stuff, but because I never had that section, it's in one of these. Oh, this is where all my woodworking tools are. Why the hell are my taps and dies here? And it makes sense that if my drill is there, that my drill bits be here, but my drill press is way over there. And I promise you, in this woodworking section, I'm not gonna need all of them, because why would I need concrete bits? And why would I need metal bits? And so there's just too much bleed over between all of the different facets that it's literally melting my brain.